And welcome back to the Black Tornado Podcast, your home for underground metal. And today is another fun playlist episode because we need to take a break from the interviews and we need to get back to playing 5 banging tracks. And that's exactly what I've got for you today. I have a co-host with me. I have Sean with me. What's up, Sean?
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to hearing some kick-ass jams tonight.
Yeah, dude. We're going all over the place. We're going to Indiana, going to London, we're going to Oklahoma City. We're going all over the place. So it's going to be a good time. Little back history about Sean and I. We ended up meeting at the final Hail Shot show down at Bonus Pites in Logansport, which was absolutely killer show. Absolutely insane.
Phenomenal. Those guys, all of them, everybody was amazing that night.
Yeah, Salem's Child totally killed it. Hail Shot came on, and it was just amazing how, the set starts and it's daytime, and they played a damn long set. And so as the set continues, the sun is setting, and by the end of the night, it was just this beautiful lit up stage with them ending their legacy together one last time. And it was just so cool. If you were there for that show, you really witnessed something amazing in Indiana underground metal.
Yeah, that was amazing. That show really blew my mind. Especially when they pulled Corey up there and did which song was that they sang together?
Oh, the Salem's Child set.
Yes, when they pulled him up there.
Yeah. So I didn't see that.
Oh.
Yeah, I missed it because I was inside. Oh, go ahead.
Rise and Conquer. That's the one. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Rise and Conquer.
I missed that because I was inside waiting on my burger.
Oh, that was amazing.
Did you eat?
No, I didn't. I didn't eat that night.
Dude, I am telling you. All right, here's a plug. I didn't even expect to do this. If you find yourself in Logansport, Indiana, you have to go to this place called Bonus Pints. It's a venue / bar / pinball place / there's a record store attached to it. It's amazing. And the burgers are phenomenal. I ended up eating 2. I had one right when I walked in, and then when Salem's Child was playing, I went and I got another burger. And so I missed that because Corey and I talked about it. And he was like, "Oh, what'd you think when I got up on stage?" I go, "I missed it. I was waiting on my food. I didn't know you were doing. I would have watched."
Yeah, that was unexpected and amazing.
Yeah, the whole.
But I didn't eat that whole night. I was busy out there doing my thing, taking the pictures, and yeah.
Yeah, you took. If you go on the Facebook Black Tornado and the Instagram, you'll see a great picture that Sean took of the mosh pit, and I laugh every time I look at the picture because there's all these people moshing, and if you look in the left hand corner, you see the phantom bald vapor, and that's me, and I'm just barely off the shot, and so yeah, I laugh every time I see that. I'm sure that wasn't intentional.
No, it was way lighting and filtering worked.
Yeah, but I made it in, which was cool. And quick thing about that show, and then we're gonna get into music, which was really great, is so I got there early, and when I pulled my truck in, I didn't plan this at the time, but I realized that all I had to do to make my own seat was I just had to lower the tail on the bed of my truck. So for half a Hail Shot set, I'm just sitting in the bed of my truck watching their set. That was great. I had food, I had my beer. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think I saw you over there chilling out on that. I was like, oh wow, that was a nice idea.
Yeah, it worked out. I was talking to Ty and Aaron from Ruthless Hustle, and they came over, and I'm just I got my beer, my burger, and I couldn't be more relaxed. That was a really great show. Like I said earlier, if you're listening to this and you were fortunate enough to make that show, It was really something spectacular. Both bands did amazing. It was really cool to see Hail Shot again after years of not seeing them live. It was just, it was really one of those things I knew I'd get my balls busted forever if I didn't make that trip. And I'm really happy that I did. And when I went to the record farm, I walked out with some cassettes that I was looking for. So all in all, I got some trinkets to take home too. All right, let's get into our first band, first song. This is speaking of Hail Shot. This is a Matt Reisch project. This is Night Killer with Savage Streets. If you love that Universal Monster Mash, Surf Shack, Riff Attack as much as I did, head on over to their page and check out Nightmare Prelude, which is available right now. It's really fun music. It's excellent riffs. Although having Matt Reisch in your band is basically cheating. Absolutely love that dude. Anything he's involved in will always get promoted on this show. Any of the Hail Shot guys, any of the Ruthless Hustle guys, any of those guys, if there's a project involved with them, it's always going to get played here.
Yeah, they're all amazing artists in what they do with everything. They are phenomenal. And they're awesome guys. I've met them all and hung out with all of them, so I could vouch for them.
Yeah, awfully nice people too. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Matt had sent me the Night Killer. I don't know if it was even an EP at that point. It might have just been a couple of tracks that they had recorded, and I'm glad that I was finally able to put them on the show so people can check out Night Killer.
Yeah. They definitely give me some 80s metal vibes. So if you like that, you'll definitely dig these guys. Definitely, I love the key. And they almost remind me of something that I'd hear on the old Grand Theft Auto Vice City game, like race around the city on race around the city, jamming out to that.
Yeah, I think what I said to Matt was, it's like if the Universal monsters were walking down a boardwalk, Night Killer would be the background track to the Universal monsters walking around. Yeah, I've heard the EP a couple of times. I really love it. I find myself coming back to it. And everybody in that band's super talented. Really good stuff.
Yeah, but jamming it out too. So definitely something I've listened to multiple times.
All right, let's jump into the first plug. Same plug as always. I think this is the only person to get a plug on pretty much every single episode. Head on over to Facebook and Instagram. Check out the art of Glenford Cabarzi. Everything BTP that you've seen, that's all Glenford's work. We've been working together for coming up on 10 years now. And so brutal death metal bands, grindcore, stuff like that. If you want a really graphic, really violent design, then go check out my boy Glenford. Tell him Black Tornado sent you, and he's absolutely going to come up with something really cool for you. Let's jump into the next one. We're going to head over to the UK. This is Exiler with Thrown to the Wolves. Yeah, the UK is alive and kicking with great metal bands. Exiler is no exception. You can find their newest EP, Above the Ashes. Look for the link on Instagram, and we'll send you right over to Exiler.
Yeah, they're definitely awesome. They remind me a lot of the old school death metal sound.
Mm-hmm.
And as odd as this is gonna sound, it's like their vocals is Alice in Chains esque almost at certain times.
The vocals with that heavy of like an instrumental, I just think it's something that makes this band really unique, really stands them apart from other metal bands.
Yeah, when I first hit play on that and I heard them kick on, I was like, "Whoa, this is amazing."
Yeah, and if anybody from the band is listening, my sincerest apologies. Whoever from the band sent something in sent it in like forever ago, and sometimes stuff just falls through the cracks. And I really wanted to make sure that when I had a playlist show coming up, that I had to put the band on. So again, my sincerest apologies. But hey, I got around to you eventually.
Hey, I'm glad I was the one on the show to listen to it because man, that was amazing. That really was a treat to listen to.
Well, having you come on, I definitely wanted to pull at least a couple Indiana bands. Since, you know, anybody that listened to the show back in 2016, especially the early episodes, remembers that originally Black Tornado Podcast was a Indiana-centric metal band. First couple episodes were only Indiana bands. And then I kind of branched out and went to different states. And before I knew it, I was interviewing a Blasphemer from the UK. And then at that point, I was like, all right, we're just going to do strictly underground, but from anywhere. But yeah, original BTP was Indiana only. And I've always said, time and time again, I love bands and people that listen to this show from all over the world. I appreciate everybody that tunes in, but Indiana always gets pushed to the front of the line.
Yeah, and you know, here's the thing with this underground metal and underground music is a lot of these people, or I shouldn't say these people, a lot of people don't go to local shows. They just go to the big shows, and you know, they don't realize some of the amazing talent that's out there that they're missing out on because they're just going to, not saying that Camp isn't underground, but they're going to, Cannibal Corpses. They're going to these huge shows and not getting any exposure to these amazing guys that are trying to get out there and might be, the next big one.
And the only time, and I agree with what you're saying, absolutely. Number one, they're missing tons and tons of great underground bands. A prime example of this is the Casket Robbery show.
Yes.
All of those opening bands were amazing. What was that one band? It had a really interesting name. It was like Pig Horse Camel.
Pig Horse Camel, yes. Yeah, dude, they were
those dudes fucking rip.
What was the other one? Autumn.
Oh, I bought the shirt. Autumn Lies Buried.
That's them. Those guys were great too.
Yeah, I'm spacing on the very first band. I can't remember their name, but they were great too. I just can't remember their name. And then Scarson, and then Scarson, of course, my buddy Jason.
Yeah, they're from right here in Indiana as well too, aren't they?
I think it's a mix. I think it's Indiana / Illinois.
Okay, well that would make sense being how close we are to the border.
Right. I mean, it's close enough, but no, I think what you said rings true, and nothing against going to see Deicide and Slayer, but when you hit the big shows, the only opportunity that you're going to get to see an underground band is maybe if there's a local opener. But outside of that, you're not really going to get the same exposure as Sean or I would get when we go to shows that are specifically all underground bands. It's just something that you're missing out on. So your local scene, wherever you are, wherever you live, get on Facebook, get on Instagram, go to your local record store. You might see flyers hanging up promoting, these underground shows. The tickets are always dirt cheap, and that's what I love
or free.
most. Is,
yeah,
a lot of times they're free.
Like, yeah, like 5 shows I think recently I went to, and they were all free. And when you go to these shows, one of the biggest things that you can do to help these bands out is buy their merch. If you like them, buy a shirt, buy
Absolutely.
a CD, buy whatever you can from them. I mean, that's the best way that you could support any of these guys.
Absolutely. I'm pretty much at the point now where a lot of the bands being played on Black Tornado, I'll buy shirts from certain bands that I play on the show. I make connections and friendships with these guys, and outside of them being great musicians, a lot of it turns into a genuine friendship, and I want to support my friends. And very rarely anymore will you catch me with like a big band on my chest. It's at this point, it's pretty much all the underground guys. You never know, you could be at a baseball game or a bar or something, and somebody might ask, "Oh, who's that on your shirt?" And then I get to try and expose somebody to one of these underground bands. So yeah, what Sean said rings absolutely true. Nothing against Metallica, nothing against Pantera or Black Sabbath. They don't need your money. These bands, and I'm not saying anybody needs your money, but these bands would greatly appreciate your purchase.
Yeah, and going back to with what you said about how you very rarely wear big band shirts. My my whole wardrobe now, I would say probably local shirts compared to big band shirts probably is about 2 to 1 right now.
Oh yeah, and I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm dating myself, which I hate to do because then when you play this back, it sounds weird. I'm sure this will happen. Actually, it will happen by the time this comes out. I'm going to see Crowbar and I Hate God, and I absolutely plan on buying something from the merch table, but it'll probably be audio, probably like a record versus a t-shirt. And there's just something that I like about wearing the underground right on my chest. Yeah, I didn't really plan it. It just kind of ended up that way, and now I look in my closet and I have a little section of just the underground shirts, and there's like 20 plus, and so that just kind of keeps growing. We've been yapping for a second. Let's jump into the next one. Going back, speaking of Indiana, going to specifically Indianapolis, if I'm not mistaken. This is Throne of Iron. The song is called "The City of Brass." Indiana-based D&D metal. I am fucking in. I dig this band. I still don't have my patch, guys. I love you. Doesn't mean I don't love the music, but I keep checking the mail. Where's my damn patch? They've played. Well, I bought a patch. I'm waiting on my patch. It was forever ago, but I know they're gonna get it to me, so it's all good. They have played shows with another Indiana favorite of mine, Omen Killer. Shout out to Omen Killer. Maybe when I finally go see him in Indy, I'll get my patch.
Hey, that kid. You know what made me start dying laughing? Right, is when we came back, you said D&D metal, because that's the first thing I thought of when I heard this. I'm like, this would be amazing to play in the background as I'm running my D&D campaign with my players.
Oh no, if you're a D&D guy, this band is it. Like check out their page. It's all very much D&D oriented.
I definitely got the feel from that. Hearing the lyrics and name the band and song title, I was like, yeah, definitely D&D theme. So
yeah, but these guys would be cool. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. They have a very Iron Maiden sound to them, like with musically wise. And I grew up on Maiden, so anything that sounds like them, I'm gonna instantly love.
Yeah. I would like to at some point. It would probably be a really boring episode for the average person, but I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna do what I want. I want to have these guys on for a really long episode and just do like a one-shot D&D campaign, and the episode's gonna be like 6 hours long.
People
don't have to listen to it. That's fine. Skip it.
I have the Rick and Morty D&D over here. I could lend you to run that.
Oh, nice. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. I'll have to reach out to those guys once I get my patch. After I get my patch, then it's all good.
Don't forget his patch, bros.
Yeah, can we get my patch? Speaking of Maiden, real quick, and somehow every episode always ends up talking about a big band. But we were talking about, supporting the bands and buying merch and stuff. And this goes back to a time when you walked into Best Buy or Coconuts Music or the CD Trading Post, wherever you bought your CDs at the time. I was, what was I like? Maybe middle school? Middle school sounds right. And I didn't know Iron Maiden, which is crazy because I was listening to Metallica and Pantera and everything else. I didn't know Maiden at the time. And I was at the CD store and I saw, I want to say it was Killers. So obviously it was pre Bruce Dickinson. But I saw Killers, didn't know who Maiden was, and bought it solely on the album art. Eddie, right?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people nowadays don't realize back then half the CDs I got in my collection back in the day, that was, oh wow, that's an awesome artwork. That's how you picked your music, unless you knew the band.
Just off the top of my head, I can think of a few bands that middle school, early high school, just bands that I wasn't familiar with, I bought and got into their music solely based on the cover. Another one I know right off the top of my head was Cradle of Filth. Didn't know Cradle. Saw one of their album covers. I don't remember off the top of my head which album it was, but I just remember seeing the cover and going, boy, there's a really good chance I'm going to like this. And then, I ended up really enjoying it, and now I got a bunch of early Cradle obviously is, in my opinion, far superior to the later stuff, but that's here or there.
My first introduction to Maiden was, so my uncle was, he's only 7 years old? Yeah, 7 years older than me. So he was, in his teens and really into Maiden. So I was exposed to Killers and what have you, but I never really listened to it until, I'm really going to date myself here by saying this. I went to the library and I was flipping through their records and pulled it out, the Peace of Mind record.
Nice.
So I went,
great album.
I mean, saw Eddie, and that cover just blew me away, and I instantly went, this is it. And I continued flipping through. Next one back was Live After Death, so I pulled both of those. Took them
Oh,
up,
I have that on
rented
vinyl
them.
too. Yeah.
Yep, rented
Nice.
them, took them home, and wow, that stuff blew my what was I 12-year-old mind.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. One more thing about Maiden, then we're kicking on to the next band because every time on Black Tornado, we end up talking about a big band for far too long. Favorite Maiden album, and there is a correct answer. I know I'm going to get hell for this. There is a correct answer. What's your favorite Maiden record?
Mine, it has to be Peace of Mind because that's what really got them into me, or got me into them.
I'll give you that because you have the what do you call it? You have the sentimental
value.
Yeah.
But normal people would probably say Number of the Beast.
They're wrong too. You're all
right.
wrong. You're all wrong. And I'm going to catch hell for this, and I don't care. Best Maiden album is Brave New World.
Ooh, yeah.
That album was flawless from start to finish.
If I took out the sentimental value that I have with Peace of Mind, I would replace that one with Power Slave.
Power Slave is amazing.
Yes.
Power Slave is amazing. I mean, Seventh Son of Seventh Son is amazing. Fear the Dark. All right, no more Maiden. Love Maiden.
right.
That happens. All right. We're going to get into the next band. We're breaking it up. We're going to Oklahoma City. This is Thros with Tex. Oklahoma City Mathcore. The song Tex, that is off the Gross Human Index EP. Is Mathcore just hardcore for nerds? Hell if I know. I know I like the song. I have Gross Human Index on cassette, and if you hit up Thros, you might be able to buy a copy for yourself. I fucking love these dudes.
Yeah, they're fucking intense, raw.
Black Tornado has played, like at this point, like probably like 200 bands. a handful, a big handful, but a handful nonetheless, has really jumped out and cracked me in the face. And Thross is one of those bands where the moment I heard it, I was like, I am fucking hooked on this band.
Yeah, I mean, they were very intense and raw. I mean, to me, they kind of sounds like they blend doom, black, death, and a tiny bit of hardcore in their music. So that would be something that, if I was athletic and woke up and worked out in the morning, I would probably listen to that to get my blood pumping first thing in the morning.
This, you know what? I'm gonna completely agree with that. If you need, maybe I should do that for Black Tornado for fun. I'll make like a workout playlist, and I'll just put all the super aggressive stuff. So Thross is eventually going to make that when I, probably inevitably don't do it, but it sounds good on paper, so I'm gonna write it down. Make a weightlifting playlist. Okay, I wrote it down. Yeah, these dudes are the absolute shit. Oklahoma City has some great music, and Thross is definitely a part of that. Let's
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not too familiar with Oklahoma City's metal scene.
Same.
What would be
I don't know
bands?
Jack.
You don't know Jack? Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know Jack about the Oklahoma City metal scene other than Thross. So
well,
I guess
Oklahoma, if you're listening, send some stuff in. Get on here. Yeah. Get yourself known out here.
Yeah, dude, I'll do a theme show of just Oklahoma City bands. That'd be kick ass. All right, let's get back onto some plugs. If you got a Black Tornado podcast patch, which all that money went to supporting St. Jude's and raised a nice chunk of change. As of this recording, there's still a couple of them left. I don't think very many, but there's still a few. If you have one, then you got a sticker, and that sticker was for Zombie Gentleman on Etsy and Instagram. Ken runs that company, so bands, other podcasts, content creators of any kind, if you want your own patches, go talk to my boy Ken. Tell him Black Tornado Podcast sent you. And yeah, if you have one of the Black Tornado St. Jude patches, that's who made them. And I'm really happy with the quality of them. If anybody has seen my Black Tornado vest with the big Black Tornado logo on the back, Ken also made that. Any custom patches that I have, Ken has made those patches. So yeah, if you need patchwork done, go over to Zombie Gentleman. I believe on Etsy it's Zombie Gentleman Art. And yeah, if you need some patches, go tell Ken that Black Tornado Podcast sent you.
I can vouch. I have one of those patches, and they are really awesome.
That's right. You do have one of the patches. Yeah. And I can take this time to personally thank you. St. Jude's received the initial large bulk. There's still a little bit of money in the PayPal from a couple patches purchased. I'm waiting on, I think there's one or two more people that I'm holding patches for. And so when that money comes in, I'm going to send them another little chunk of change. And then I will post the receipt just like I did before on Instagram, so everybody knows that I'm not ripping them off and running away with the money. But it was really cool to see that people not only wanted to support the podcast, but help a really worthy cause. And so at the time of hearing this, if you want one, I believe I did. They were 15 shipped. And then that comes with Black Tornado. You'll get a BTP sticker. You'll get a Zombie Gentleman sticker. And as long as I haven't run out of them, you'll get a BTP guitar pick. And that includes shipping. So not all that bad for $15.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. They're all that the stickers. I have you gave me a bunch of those and some guitar picks, and I've been passing those out to people left and right, and they've been loving them.
Okay, and I'm glad that you said that because I almost forgot for a second. Speaking of stickers, you want to head over on Facebook to 48 Hour, the number 48 Hour sticker on Facebook. You want to talk to my buddy Jason, that is the drummer for Scarson, and he will set up all your sticker needs. We talked about them a little earlier, but the Ruthless Hustle Camp, that's who they use for their sticker needs. That's who Black Tornado uses for my sticker needs. I've said this multiple episodes. You will not get a better price for your sticker needs. Jason's going to hook you up. You're going to get a whole mess of them for a very fair price. So, yeah, that's another place to go. Content creators, podcasters, bands, just if you have a cool design and you want to make stickers of it. 48-hour sticker on Facebook. That's where you go. We're already on band number 5. We are cruising on this one. We're going to go back to London. This is Droner with Shame. All right. This sounds like a baggie of smack wrote a song. And I mean that in the most positive way. Some folks have coffee in their sludge. These boys do it with tea, and I can respect that. Sludge Doom from London. Droner has really been picking up some traction, and I think that these guys absolutely deserve it. I hope it continues. Cheers, boys. They reached out to me quite a while ago, and they've been featured on Weedian has featured them. Uh, some other like big name doom and sludge like reviewers and stuff have talked about this band, and it's I know I use this word way too much, but it's really unique for a sludge doom project.
Yeah, those vocals were something else. I only way to describe them are unique. I mean, hadn't heard anything remotely like that before.
It's haunting. It startles you. It spooks you, and I think that's what I really enjoy about this band. And so yeah, cheers to Droner. You guys are great, and we will continue to stay in contact. Sean doesn't like to toot his own horn very much, but I will. We talked about it a little bit when we talked about the Hail Shot show, but Sean takes some really, really great pictures at these underground shows. Talk to me a little bit about the photography aspect of what you do.
Well, so I generally go around to local shows. This past weekend, I was actually at the NYDM annual, which was hosted by the Illinois chapter.
Nice.
Yeah, saw a bunch of great bands, Spider Corpse, Goremonger, our buddies Ruthless Hustle, Hellfrost, some other friends of ours, the Black Temple, Yotoma, Human Artifacts, Lividity. That was just night one. That was night one of what was there. Yeah,
that's a stacked evening.
Yeah, I got tons of pictures I'm going through and posting up on the Facebook page for Death FM. So if you guys want to check those out, it's death.fm on Facebook. You'll find us real easy. Same website for if you go online and want to listen to the radio station there. But night two was also kick-ass too. We had Fetal Embalmment, Imminent Terror, Bray Road. Let me tell you, the drummer for that band, Pete, he'll blow your mind. Absolutely blow your mind. I mean, he's a beast on the drums. Then there's Inner Decay, Luciferium, the Everscathe, Glutton for Punishment, and capped it off with Morbid Saint.
Nice.
Phenomenal show.
That sounds like two excellent evenings of metal.
Oh yeah, my eardrums are still yelling at me about that.
And I will say this, I've said it before, while I am not a member of the NYDM, I have always supported what they do. And bands that are there's members in the NYDM, those guys are always welcome on Black Tornado. Like I said before, I have nothing but respect for what they do. I think it's great that they are carving their own way in underground metal and bringing these bands to light and giving them lots and lots of exposure, which is absolutely what underground metal needs. So if there's a club, there's a group, there's a support system there that solely exists to work with underground metal bands, I mean, I'm your biggest champion.
And that's the whole reason why I started and wanted to prospect, because it's a club and they all bind together and hey, let's support this. Let's keep this underground going, because I mean, yeah, it would probably still go on, but at least now there's a backing of people that will come out that hey, we're going to go to these shows, we're going to support these people.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I think it's absolutely great what the organization does. I've met tons and tons of people, the Indiana chapter, and everybody's super cool. Never had any beef with anybody. Everybody's just really pleasant to be around. And so I will always support the NYDM, big fan of it. Like I said many, many years ago, if there's anything that Black Tornado can do to help support these bands or give them a spotlight, play their music, have the band on the show, all you got to do is reach out to me on either Instagram or Facebook, shoot me an email, and I will be very happy to help accommodate you guys in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. This is another another fun playlist episode. People seem to enjoy these, and I like doing them. And Sean, I'm glad that you could come on with me. This was a good time. Thanks for coming on the show, dude.
Hey, it was my pleasure, and love to do it again with you sometime, brother.
Yeah, man, absolutely. As long as as long as the train stays on the tracks, and people keep tuning in, then Black Tornado will absolutely continue. As long as the bands keep sending in music, I'll have more music to play, which is super cool because I feel like every other day I get emails or I get Instagram messages, people wanting to send in stuff. I think just today alone, again, dating myself, it won't really matter by the time you hear it, but I think today alone I got like three band submissions, which is really great. So this will continue, just like the NYDM supporting the underground and giving these bands a spotlight is exactly what Black Tornado podcast does, which again is why I support the organization so much, because we're essentially doing the same thing. It's just the way that we're doing it is different and unique to both camps. Yeah, I really think it's great anytime somebody can shine a light on underground metal. So pat all of us on the back. We're all doing great. That'll about wrap up this show. As always, I am your host, Adam. This is your home for underground metal. Be safe, take care of each other, be good to each other, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace.